Kia ora koutou whānau, ka mihi nui kia koutou. You might be able to recognise from my accent that Māori's a second language for me. I wanted to talk to you about the huge benefits of being bilingual. I mean, I didn't start learning any te reo until I was 18, but my children have had the privilege of being raised around te reo ever since they were born. And that's a common story generation-wise to do with, colonisation and Education Department Acts. What I want to talk to you about is just the huge benefit it gives to your baby's brain to be bilingual. Even if you're not a fluent speaker yourself, any use of, in this instance we're talking about te reo Māori, but you'll get benefits from using any other language. So if you speak Spanish, I'd encourage you to speak that with your baby. However, as a Ngāi Tahu whānau member, if your baby is able to understand even some basic stuff in te reo Māori, it really reinforces their identity. So in this situation, te reo Māori is really the winning one for your child. What I would say is that if you understood all of the different advantages that are going to happen to your child's brain from being bilingual, I don't think anyone would let their child be monolingual. In fact, I think there'll come a time in our history when it's going to become illegal to raise monolingual, as in the school system will make sure that every child is bilingual because there's such huge benefits to your brain. There's complex parts of your brain. There's a part called the corpus callosum that joins the left and the right brain together, allows you to integrate information. That is much denser when you learn a second language. Basically what's happening, you can summarise all that research, what's happening is as soon as the child has a second language, they develop an understanding of the difference between those two languages. When you only speak one language, you tend to just speak it without really thinking about the structure of it, whether the noun, the name comes first or the describer comes second or first. Whereas as soon as you've got two languages and you know they're structured differently, then you start to notice those differences. That's essentially what makes you so much more intelligent. In the literature, that's called meta-language. Meta just means the study of, or you could even say meta means thinking about. So meta-language is like thinking about language. And when a child's hearing two languages and they start thinking about the structure of language, that makes the cognition, their brain, grow far more complex than it would with only one language. So feel the fear and do it anyway, whānau. I know it takes a lot of bravery to stumble through when you don't feel confident. There's even sometimes a little bit of embarrassment that you can't speak te reo Māori when we are Māori. Push past all that. The only way you can learn another language is through being brave and risk-taking and getting it wrong. You might have to stumble through 90 kia oras before you finally get to kia ora, but it's going to take 90 times anyway, so be a risk taker and get there. Even if you've got a little bit of te reo Māori, use that with your pepe. The benefits to their brain are huge.